Hello everybody, welcome to Tarot and the Star. I am your host, Melody. Today we're going to be doing another ghost box reading. This is going to be on somebody that was on the top 10 of the FBI's missing, most wanted report. So this person is called, his name is called Robert William Fisher. Let's get into our prayer for Archangel Michael first. Archangel Michael, please protect me and my viewers as I conduct this ghost box reading on Robert William Fisher. Please protect us from negative forces, negative entities, negative beings, demonic forces, demonic entities, demonic beings. Please keep us shielded in white light and do not allow these things to attach to us or attack us as we listen to this ghost box now or in the future. Please keep us shielded, Archangel Michael, in white light. Amen. Thank you. Okay. Robert William Fisher. First of all, I'm going to tell you the impression I get from this guy. He was somebody that, he was in the, I believe he was either in the Navy or military, and he was a firefighter, and he was also a medic. But I get somebody that that has to stand by a rigid way of thinking. So he wants things to be like his way or the highway type of thing, and there is no reasoning with him. Robert William Fisher, what could I say? He's done so much to end up on the FBI's 10 wanted list, and they took him down that list because they haven't found him in so many years. He went missing on April 10th, 2001. He done away with his wife, Mary Cooper. He done away with his son, Bobby. He done away with his daughter, Brittany, basically slashing their throats, and he exploded the family home while they were in it. But they found the evidence of their throats slit, so they know he did it. They never found him in the home. They know he wasn't there. He took his wife's car. His wife's car was found abandoned near a forest area in Young, Arizona. He had also shot his wife in the back of the head. So the first thing I'm getting from this scenario, I'm going to tell you guys what comes to my head, is that the wife was going to leave him. There was some kind of talk, some kind of argument that I'm seeing about her wanting some kind of divorce or something like that. She wanted to leave with the kids, and some kind of argument happened in which she mentioned something like that to him, and he flipped out. He wasn't having it because he wants this individual, his spirit, his energy that I feel, he wants full control. He didn't have control as a kid, apparently. It's like he was not in control of his circumstance as a kid. So it's like as an adult, it's like he wants to be in full control of what's going on in his life. Very rigid thinking. Very one-sided. Somebody that really just will pop off on you. Gets angry for little things too. In any event, he took the wife's car. It was found abandoned in the forest near Young, Arizona. He could be in Tonto National Forest. The dog was found underneath the car, starving, you know. The dog was dehydrated and starving. And there's a lot of caves nearby Tonto National Forest that go and they just extend for far. So the police only searched one of those caves because they can't search all the caves. That's too many caves. You know, for a missing person that is wanted, you know, it's kind of like if the cave was leading really far underground to an underground city, you know, it's so much to search that you just don't have the manpower to do so, okay? So they searched one cave, they didn't find him, you know, they left, and throughout the years, they've had dogs out there to search other caves, never found anything. So less than a mile from where the car is also Fort Apache Indian Reserve. Now, they did find tracks going into Fort Apache Indian Reserve, and there was a witness saying they thought that they saw the guy. So he might be very well in the Indian Reserve. He could have, you know, hid out there and then took off to where he's going to go. I do believe that he thinks he's right and just for what he did. But I also do believe that the aftermath of it is like he did feel something for what he did. It's like he wanted, because his family in his mind is like his support system. You know, it's like they're the ones rooting for him. So when he took the family dog, it's kind of like taking a family member with him because, you know, he has nobody being in support of him. I think he took the dog for that reason, but then he realized he can't take care of the dog. So he left the dog behind. He's somebody that I don't believe this was planned. I do believe that he planned in the event of something ever happening, he has like some kind of backup plan in his mind of where to go, what to do, how to change the identity, the whole thing. But I don't believe this was premeditated. I believe that this was spur of the moment, that his wife and him got into an argument about something that he was getting heated about, and something that she wanted to do, or some place that she wanted to go, or somebody she wanted to see, something like that. And he was just saying some stuff to her, and then she kind of was saying something on the lines of, you know, I just want a divorce. I don't think it's working out between us, something on those lines. And she wanted to get the kids and take the kids, and, you know, trying to reason with him. She was trying to reason, and it just went bad. It went all bad because all he sees is red. He only sees that people are turning against him. He's losing control. He needed to be the best too. He always had to be the best of what he does. He always wanted to learn more and be better than others, and, you know, wanted to be like a leader in some sense, you know. So that's what I get from this guy. So let us get into the ghost box part. Spirit guides of Robert William Fisher that went missing on April 10th, 2001. Can you tell us what happened to Robert William Fisher, please? Spirit guides of Robert William Fisher that went missing on April 10th, 2001. He abandoned his wife's Toyota 4Runner in the forest near Young, Arizona. Can you tell us if Robert William Fisher went into the caves of Tonto National Forest, or did he go into the Indian Reserve, the Apache Indian Reserve, please? Spirit guides of Robert William Fisher that went missing on April 10th, 2001. Can you tell us if Robert William Fisher is still alive with us today, please? Spirit guides of Robert William Fisher that went missing on April 10th, 2001. Can you tell us if Robert William Fisher, if he is no longer with us today, where can we find his physical remains? What city, please? Spirit guides of Robert William Fisher, or I should say Mary Cooper, that is Robert William Fisher's wife, that ended up getting murdered by him on April 10th, 2001. Mary Cooper, what happened that led up to Robert shooting you, please? Thank you so much. We will have one more question. Spirit guides of Robert William Fisher that went missing on April 10th, 2001. If Robert William Fisher abandoned his wife's vehicle near Young, Arizona, what was Robert William Fisher's plan? What was he going to do, or where was he going to go? much for coming through, Spirit Guides of Robert William Fisher. And thank you, Robert William Fisher, for coming through. If you came through and you're no longer with us, thank you for coming through and answering these questions. We are ending this session with you all now, and we're saying goodbye to you all now. Also, if any spirits that came through that wanted to speak on behalf of Robert William Fisher, such as his wife, Mary Cooper, or his children or others, thank you for coming through. We are ending this session with you all now, and we are saying goodbye to you all now. We are ending this session with you all now, and we are saying goodbye to you all now. Goodbye. We are ending this session. Goodbye. And for those of you still watching Tarot and the Star, sometimes when I end these sessions, I do thank the spirits. I don't agree with what this guy did to his family. You know, that's just extreme. He should have just let his wife have the divorce. But his spirit guides, it's not, okay, how do I explain this? So his spirit guides is like there's a higher form of each person, including you, that is up, it's called up, but it's heaven, okay? That's what they call it, is up. There's a higher form of you existing. It's like a higher form of consciousness up there. His higher form would have told him not to do this, okay? They would have told him, this is a horrible idea, don't do this. They would have given him a lot of signs or tried to tell him not to do it, or he would have had a dream, or they would have given him signs, even strong nudges not to do something like this. He allowed the nefarious part of him, the deep, dark part of his soul that's within his body right now, not the higher consciousness that is up, but he allowed his soul that is in his body right now to do this crime, even against, what their wishes are for him not to do this. Because it's like your gut instinct. If your gut instinct is telling you, let me not do this. Your gut instinct is not just telling you that. That's your higher spiritual self telling you that. So they would have communicated with him the same way. Now, I don't agree with what he did. It was horrible. It was horrible what he did. Killing the children, killing his wife. Horrible. But I do think that his spirit guides came through. And now, I'm sure that Robert William Fisher knows that what he did was wrong. He knows what he did was wrong. So just having the spiritual realm coming through, I thank them for that. So that way they're able, they answer our questions. They know that we're not judging them. We're trying to find out the clues to this investigation. And by not judging, they will answer freely. They will answer freely. And it is not his higher self's, it's not them that caused this. It's him and his body causing this, not the higher self of him. So I do thank a lot of these spirits for coming through and answering these questions, because we're trying to proceed with an investigation and trying to find out clues on this from them or any other spirits. And we need to be open-minded, not to be negative or angry towards them. They come through in love and goodness and kindness, and they come through and answer your questions if you have an open mind and you're not closed off to them coming through to answer the questions, okay? So that's why I always, you'll see me thanking a lot of these ghosts for coming through if they came through, because of that reason. We want them to be open-minded, and if we have questions for them in the future, we definitely want them to answer those questions without closing us out and not answering them. So we do have to keep that in mind, okay? It's like, I guess, like a police investigation. When when a police is interrogating somebody and they have to kind of, even though they hate the person for what they did, they have to listen and just be there quietly listening and taking notes. And that's what we kind of do as well. Okay? So just letting you guys know. But I honestly feel that he knew what he did was like, I'm getting like it was a spur of the moment, like out of pure anger. It wasn't that he hated his wife or hated his children, and it wasn't out of jealousy. It wasn't any of those things. It was pure anger of something that was said or done to him by the wife. Something, the conversation was had, and he didn't like where it was going. That kind of thing is what I'm getting. And out of pure anger, he committed the crime. It was like he grabbed the gun, shot her, and it's like he could not stop from there because he knew in his mind he was not capable of caring for those children. He knew that. And so the children just happened to be there. If the children would have been at another person's house, I don't think he would have done it. I think he would have just done the wife because she was the part of the anger. But because he couldn't take care of these children himself, he needed his wife, and he just done away with her. He had, in his mind, he was thinking that he has to do away with them. Horrible. And then the dog, taking the dog is like, well, I just got rid of my support system, so I'm going to take my dog because it feels some kind of familiarness to my family. That's, even I've done away with them, but some kind of familiarness. The dog is connected to my family in some kind of way. I'm going to take the dog with me. But then getting there, he realizes I can't have the dog with me because I can't even take care of this dog. So he knew very well that his life was spiraled out of control, basically. And he knew he wasn't able to really care for anybody. He knew that he wanted to do it solo. It's kind of like, if I'm going to, it's a 50-50 I'm getting in his head. If I'm going to do myself, I'm going to do it solo. I did what I did. I got to pay for the crime, is what I'm getting. But then there's also a part of him, it's like he's wrestling with himself in his mind. The part of him wants to just end his own life because of what he did, because he knows that they're not going to stop looking for him, and he doesn't want to be found because, he would spend the rest of his time in prison. And then there's the other part of him that is like, I should just, go off and just live a life of solitary somewhere else, just live as a nomad kind of thing. So he was like wrestling with that idea in his head. I cannot pick up whether, it's like I'm not getting, in my mind, I'm getting strong emotions as the kind of person he is, but I'm not getting living or deceased. I'm not picking that up with his soul. It's only what the energy wants to reflect. So the energy I'm getting from him is only on the personality, about how he's feeling about things, but I'm not getting like alive or gone. So we'll see what the ghost box has to say about this, but it's quite a case. I feel for the wife and the children that just wanted to leave the guy. Like, she wanted to start a different life. It was like he was controlling every bit of everything she's doing. I'm getting some extreme control of the situation. It's like she couldn't very well, like, if she wanted to, let's say, go to the grocery store and buy a cake, just a cake, maybe for her kid's birthday, this guy would make a big stink about her buying a cake. That kind of thing. Like he needs to know where all the money is being spent and everything that she does. And, if she's taking a bath in the bath, you know, why didn't you do X, Y, and Z that I told you to do? It's like she doesn't even have a sense of privacy in her own house. It's like the guy was always like iron fist on her. So she wanted to get away. She wanted to clear her mind and not have to be controlled so much by him. And she wanted to leave. He was abusive. I'm getting that he slapped her and pushed her. I'm getting slapped and pushed. Grabbed. I'm getting grabbed. I'm getting choked. I mean, you know, if she ever responded back with the tone or just a no, it's like this guy is going off the hinge. So he was just he's somebody that would be too difficult to be in any kind of relationship with. Too difficult. He would have been a good man if he would have just stayed in like the military and worked his rounds upwards and been somebody that was like maybe leadership in the military and not been married and not have kids. Just stay there. Just don't be with anybody. Just, you know, be solo doing that thing. He would have been fine doing that. But marriage wasn't going to suit him, and kids wasn't going to suit him because he's trying to control everything all the time. Very militant. Not good. Anyhow, thank you so much for joining me with Tarot and the Star. I appreciate every single one of you. Until the next one. Bye now.